What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So today we got some pretty big breaking news. I had a completely different video scheduled, but it looks like Call of Duty might be doing a crossover with Deadpool and Wolverine, the brand new movie that's set to release next month. And we're going to talk about the details, the proof that we have for why this crossover is going to happen, early gameplay footage of the brand new finishing moves that will accompany this crossover, and all the details that we know about it so far. So if you find the video helpful or informative at any point, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. A reminder, I did double upload yesterday, which went over the brand new Mark of the Survivor animated camo and how to unlock that, and all the different rewards available in the Season 4 Reloaded update. If you missed any of those, I'll have a link down in the description. Check them out after this. Anyways, the first topic that we have for this video is Call of Duty has announced that there is Triple XP Weekend now live. This will go all the way up until July 1st at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This brings in double regular XP, double weapon XP, and double Battle Pass XP, and this is a good way to level up your weapons, complete mastery challenges, and now it's available across all platforms and all modes. But let's go ahead and talk about the crossovers that we have. The first one I've seen a lot of comments about is what happened to the Crow crossover. It looks like that was not actually scheduled for Season 4 Reloaded. Usually when leakers find these different files, there's no date or any label that tells them when this event will cross over. You can sort of guess based on what's going on and what this event has to do with. For example, the Fallout crossovers, because Amazon Prime dropped that new season for the Fallout, and that's probably why they released it around that time. Gundam, I believe they also had a movie around that time as well, and that's why they ended up dropping that. For the Crow, there is a movie releasing this year, but it's not arriving up until the end of August. And as of right now, if they were to do the crossover in Season 4 Reloaded, it would be way too early. You got to understand, when Call of Duty does crossovers, they're doing it for marketing purposes. It's a win-win situation for them as well as whatever company they're crossing over with. So in this case, if they do it with the Crow, they're trying to get marketing by bringing the bundles into the Call of Duty shop and getting people to talk about the character, talk about the movie, so that way it'll generate them movie ticket sales. So I just wanted to let you know, as of right now, it's still not confirmed if it's scrapped, if it's gonna happen, but the best possible date that we'll get the Crow crossover is gonna be around August 23rd when the movie officially releases, and that isn't around Season 5, maybe even Season 5 Reloaded. So we still got 2 months away from the release of this, and surprisingly, the Deadpool and Wolverine crossover is gonna happen even sooner than that, and that brings us on to the next crossover. So apparently, according to leakers, they have found in the files some early gameplay footage of what seems to be the Deadpool and Wolverine movie crossover. We know that the movie is scheduled to release on July 26th, which is exactly a month from now. And what's surprising is that the Season 5 update starts 2 days before the movie drops, which is going to be on July 24th. That makes it on a Wednesday. More than likely, potentially, you can expect that the first week of Season 5 is going to be when this crossover is going to happen, if it is going to happen. You got to remember, because right now, everything we're talking about is completely based on leaks. Take everything with a grain of salt. Nothing has been officially confirmed by any Call of Duty employee, any Call of Duty marketing, or any Deadpool or Marvel marketing. So this is all based on leaks. Anyways, last season, the same leaker, Crashty, he ended up posting all the 3D models, the finishing moves, the Car 98K early gameplay, all that stuff. He actually came back again and posted some new finishing moves here being showcased, and it looks to be a Deadpool finishing move. Now, unfortunately, you don't see any of the operators because none of that's available in the files right now. They usually don't add the operators until they are going to be releasing them within that same exact update. But here's the brand new finishing move that you see here, and it looks to be like Deadpool, mainly because of the wave and the acting and the way that he's moving when he shoots his weapon. Very similar to the way that Deadpool moves, the way he acts, that little wave that he does. And then there's a couple of other finishing moves. They even look like they're scenes from some of the movies that I'm not sure if I can even show for copyright purposes. If you've seen any of the Deadpool movies, you know that these finishing moves are actually oddly familiar. The way that he moves, he rolls, and he poses, it's literally exactly like the fight sequences that he has. And there was a couple finishing move poses that he does. For example, there's the standing one, which I showed you guys. By the way, this is all the same finishing move, just in the different poses. So the first one was standing, the second one is while he's prone, does the same exact thing, but now he does a roll and adds that. And then there's the one where they're knocked, he jumps down next to them, pretty much does that little iconic Deadpool pose where he's laying down and then he shoots them. And then it looks like the finishers are coming in with a pistol, and that's sort of like his signature weapons, the dual wield pistols that he uses. But that was just one of many finishing moves that were found. There's the second finishing move, which also looks like it's superpower related. This one is like a yeet finishing move where he grabs them by their legs, spins them, and then absolutely throws them across the earth. And obviously you would need some sort of superpowers in order to be able to do this. The theory is that this could potentially be a finishing move for Colossus. Other leakers are saying because in the files, the temporary color for this finishing move is yellow. This could also indicate that it may not be Colossus and it might be for Wolverine. I personally think if there is a Wolverine finisher, that would probably have to do with his claws. It would make the most sense for them to do an elimination like that rather than just a simple grabbing a person and eating them away. Now, at the moment, there's only these two finishing moves that are available in the files. The operators themselves are not there. It's still way too early. As I mentioned earlier, the expected release date is around season 5. They're not going to add season 5 operators until around the season 5 update itself. And it looks like the finishing moves weren't yet complete, so they're going to add the finishing touches, the sound effects, as usual, like we saw with the Godzilla event. Before they added the blast breath, the animation was there, but it wasn't fully complete. So that's what it's looking like as of right now. Now, from this, you can assume that there's going to be matching operator skins. We know that Deadpool is going to be one of them. It makes sense. He's the main character in the entire movie. The second main character is Wolverine. You can also expect that he will probably be an operator skin. And you know that operators are like the bread and butter when it comes to crossovers. This is the way that Call of Duty generates their money. It's the way that they can gauge if a crossover was successful, if it made them money, should it return back for a part 2. Now, a couple of theories is they could go the route where there's going to be a massive event, for example, new limited time modes, new games, superhero mode, very similar to how it was with The Boys. And then along with that, there will be an XP based event or some sort of a challenge based event that will get you additional rewards, maybe like a dual Kodachi blueprint that will match Deadpool, maybe some sort of a melee weapon blueprints that will match Wolverine's claws. They can do some crazy things like that. With the weapon blueprints, the potential rewards, there's other things like calling cards, emblems, loading screens, all that stuff that's usually coming in with the crossovers. Or they can do it the other way where it's a super minor event where it's just straight XP. The bundles come into the store, they drop a little trailer to hype it up, and that's pretty much it. Similar to the Fallout crossover, similar to Devin Booker. I think if they're going to do a crossover with Marvel and it's going to be something as hype as Deadpool and Wolverine, they may make it the face of the entire season. They may even be available in the Battle Pass because, as I mentioned earlier, 2 days before this movie releases, the season 5 update is going to start. So best case scenario is they can add them in the Battle Pass and you'll be able to get Wolverine and Deadpool for only $10. And we saw that with the Walking Dead crossover. So I have hopes that that could end up being the way that they do this crossover rather than spending 2,400 COD points on Deadpool and then another 2,400 COD points on Wolverine. But what are your thoughts and opinions on this crossover? Is this something you want to see added in Call of Duty? Is this something you would be looking forward to? This will probably open up the doors to more crossovers with Marvel, considering that I know Fortnite and Marvel have a big history and connection with each other. They brought in Iron Man, Thor, almost every single superhero, Spider-Man, and they do multiple crossovers all the time. This, I think, is one of the first times Call of Duty and Marvel could potentially do a crossover, and I think it'll be opening the doors to bigger and better things in the future of Call of Duty and Warzone. But there is another crossover that could potentially happen, and there was a new finishing move that was revealed, which looks like it's a soccer-related finishing move. Forward Leaks posted this. He said another Call of Duty football/soccer collab is happening soon in Modern Warfare 3. We ended up seeing one where they added Pogba, Neymar, and Messi. It looks like they may end up returning with another one. As you saw with the finishing move, it looks like it's some soccer theme. The guy's preparing for a kick and then just launches the operator away, and that could potentially be for another soccer-related operator skin. We did see Gaz, but I don't think that was a full-on crossover. It was like the Gaz soccer bundle. This one may end up being potentially bigger with actual big-name celebrity soccer players, top players like maybe Ronaldo would be available as an operator bundle, and this could be a part 2 of what we saw with Modern Warfare 2. They ended up introducing that like Rocket League game mode. They introduced a couple of other things like you can gamble on which team you think is going to win and get weapon blueprints as rewards. And then they added those 3 different soccer bundles. So something like that could also be scheduled later on in the life cycle of MW3. And according to them, that's actually something that's in the files. Anyways, that's all that I got for you guys in the video. I hope you found it informative. Are you guys excited for crossovers like these? I actually think it's a breath of fresh air bringing in new content. Sledgehammer has done a really good job with the content that they've been adding with MW3 so far this year. And as you get more information on the Deadpool crossover, other upcoming events, I got you guys covered. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. But it's been your boy Trizzo, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on the channel again. Peace.